All right. I think we're recording now. Good morning. Oh my goodness. Good evening. Good Monday evening of September 16th. It is halfway through the month already, and we're in month 9 of 12. And so if you have goals to be finishing this year, now is really the time to start really kicking it in gear, because the year is coming to a close. And speaking of a year coming to a close, Trina has the Ironman Your Business whole accountability thing going on. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. But if you have not yet put your goals underneath of that Ironman post in Team Rockstar Fit, please go do so. And if you've not checked in yet this week, go do so. She posted a check-in post, I believe, this morning. She talked about doing it on Sundays, but I know she was traveling on Sunday this week, so it came up this morning. So go check it out. It's a picture of Tracy Granada and her medals as the first check-in post. So you can go kind of do your update there. September 21st is our team dinner at Zeppelin's. That's this next weekend, and I'm looking forward to it. The crops haven't quite come out of the field yet, so people are still, farm wives are still available, hopefully. I'm kind of relieved that my husband said it was going to be opening duck season, but it's not. So it's not till next week. So he'll be around to watch my children, and life's gonna be good. So I'll meet you at Zeppelin's at 5, and then we'll just hang out and eat and chill in whatever space we've been given. I'm hoping to get that like kind of back little room and just hang out with friends and just chill. So if you have people that you want to bring with you, that's always a great time for them to meet the team and just see that we're normal people that just talk about health and fitness on our social media. And if you are not local, like some of you, I would say, meet up with some people that you're in your challenge group, or meet up with people that, that you've connected through this. So there's always people that you can find to be connected with and grow in community with Beachbody. So I encourage you to do so. I've invited multiple people from my own challenge group. So I posted it in my challenge group to say, hey, come do this with us. I said it was just ladies night out. And so that's really what it is. You guys for sure can ask questions about business and stuff, but it's really just to get to know each other and have fun. The book club is up and running, and I just answered a few questions before I hit record here, that the posts are happening every single day. Go ahead and comment under each of them. I know Teresa is reading a chapter and then putting 3 or 4 bullet points. I think she actually has it just on Audible as well. So she's kind of journaling as she's listening, and then she's been sending them to me, but then she's also been posting them underneath of the graphics each day. And it's been helpful for her to process it, and then I can respond back to her. So if you guys want to create a communication, an actual book club would talk back and forth about each other's comments, that would be great too. And then gratitude. So we've been talking about celebrations, and nobody ever has anything to celebrate, but everyone has something to be grateful for in the day, right? So what are you grateful for in this week, this month, today, whatever it might be? Go ahead and comment or unmute and tell us what you're grateful for.
I will go first.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for my health.
Yes, that you have health, that you can figure it out, and that you're getting yourself out of your woe is me and into more happy, I'm alive.
Right. Because I had somebody comment that it could be cancer, and that's very true. But my health is on a spiral downward, which is an issue. So I don't know what I'm going to have to do about it. That's what's frustrating, is that the medical side of it is telling me that things are getting worse than getting better. So that's the issue.
Yeah. But you're alive. And you have a house.
I guess I'm next.
Go for it. What are you?
Okay. I'm grateful for the little patience that I do have. Mabel has been fighting me to nurse, and it has been a big struggle this week, and I'm exhausted. So there's that.
I would say pump and bottle. Sometimes it's not worth it. But that's so hard. I've been there, totally been there. So I understand why you just got up from a nap. Who else has something to be grateful for? Chris says her life is a little chaotic right now, as is her house. I am super grateful for so many things. I'm grateful for, I'm celebrating Kelly Bulls, who is on our team, Kayla's mom, who has lost 40 pounds since starting with us. She started a year ago with Lift 4, and it's been awesome. And so super excited for her. Jess, do you have something else? Yeah, go ahead.
No, that's another shout out that I should say. So you keep going though.
Okay.
I'll figure it out.
So Kelly's thing has been amazing. And then Deb Rouse, who is on Jill's team, finished 80-Day Obsession, and she's been super excited about that. Now she's rolling into 21-Day Fix real time. And she was just so much fun to watch her in like the last week. She's in my accountability group, and like every day she had like, oh, I retired this last workout and it was so hard, but it was so fun. And then she had like the next day of like, I can't believe I've made it this far. And like, it was really cool to watch. And so it just kind of reminds you that like it's the little things like this that are what we're really here for. And really, this is why we put in the work, and this is why we do what we do to help people be their best. Go ahead, Jess.
I had to look it up because I didn't want to get it wrong. I have a coach named Steph who just finished PiYo, first round, 8 weeks. She lost 26 inches and 19 pounds.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
You need to tell her that she needs to do the Beach Bag Challenge thing, at least get herself a t-shirt.
Yeah, I should tell her that.
And then
I was super stoked. She also has rheumatoid arthritis and things like that. So she's finally, and her daughter just went off to college. So she was like, it's my time, I'm doing it. And she has gone head on, and it's been super cool to watch because she also, as a team, we're reading Miracle Morning again. And she had the book done even before the month started, I think. So she's been doing her Miracle Morning even before we've been reading the book. So she's changed that part too. So she now gets up earlier. She, has goals of doing 5K. She's doing Couch to 5K because she wants to start doing 5Ks, and it's super cool.
That's so much fun. I love hearing about those things. Those are huge wins, huge wins. And our friend Kelly Blos is back in the game. She's been doing 80 or 90 sessions. She's been doing MM100, and she's been rocking and rolling and getting her workouts in, even though she's been recovering from back surgery and it's not been bothering her. So that's been a great thing as well. All right. Any more celebrations or things that you're grateful for? Drop them in the chats. Let's get a moving. It's 8:20 already. All right. Let's talk about this. So talk about gratitude. Our Success Club earners for the week already. We have for the month already. Kara and Aaron are at 4. Holly and Steph and Alicia. Amy. Amy's name is Therm. It's Amy Therm is her first name, and then Therm. So I just need to correct that. Miss Jess is at 2, and so is Matt. Good job, Matt. So really, we could just say Jess is at 4. So congratulations, everyone. 16 lives changed so far, and we're always shooting for 100. So let's keep moving and grooving. Some of you have promo codes. Some of you, I used up my last promo code today. So actually, I should be, my name's not even on there. I should be at 4. If she's completed it today. And then I've been working with LinkedIn, so I can share this as another time, but I've been doing a lot of LinkedIn stuff lately, and the last 2 people that I've had like commit to something have come from there. So I'll have to talk about that some other time, but it's been fun. So let's get your names on this board. So the Ironman training plan, like we just kind of talked about very, very beginning, is the check-in. So what's your goal? What's your deadline? Sacrifice you've made, focus, mindset, strategy. Go ahead and go to that post and Team Rockstar Fit and update your goals there. And this has been super eye-opening for me. My goal is elite, and so we're just going to go for it. I was telling someone today that there's a lot of mountains between me and that goal right now. And I've got 26 points that I need 105. I need to grow 2 diamonds, and we got a lot of work to do, but it doesn't mean that it can't happen. So I have committed myself to doing 25 coach invites every single day, and I have done so every single day. Okay, so I told the elite group this grew a while ago too, is that I bought this book off of this little notebook off of Shutterfly randomly. And this picture, some of you guys know, is of my kids on their horses, and not their horses, but the horses they ride. And this is kind of like one of those moments where I was like, this is what I work for. This is what I want to do. This is kind of that representation of the acreage and the things that we want to have happen in our life. And so when I got this like little book freebie on the Shutterfly thing, I was ordering pictures and they're like, you can have this for free. I put this picture on there, and then I also put the word dream book, which you maybe can't see at the top, random, right? Okay, well now this goal comes along, and it's the perfect 25 lines on this notebook to put in 25 names of coaching invites that are going to help make our dreams come true. There are going to be people on this page that are going to jump in and join and do things. And so not only have I been inviting them, but then I've been also going back and following up. And I was talking to Julianne earlier today, and following up kind of sounds like I have to send them another message, but really what following up is like reconnecting with them. Okay, and if we think about it as reconnecting, if you sent them an invite or you sent them a first message, your reconnection can be going and doing the 3-1-1 method that you learned about on the National Makeup Call this morning. Your reconnection can be going back and starting a new conversation about something completely different. Your reconnection can be going and making thoughtful comments on their posts, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or wherever it might be, and just letting them know that you care about them as a person and you're trying to build a relationship with them, not just trying to sell them on something that you're doing on the side. So if you're building relationships, you are reconnecting with people and you are getting to know them in all aspects, not just to join your group or to join your team. So my invite is always the same. It's very generic in the sense. But it's, Teresa can't find the link, but it's a way for me to get connected to them and just state that like, hey, I saw you in my feed recently. I've been looking through your posts, or I don't know, let me see it. Let me find one I could do. Hey, this is super random, and I've been seeing you in my newsfeed again and just had to reach out to you about joining my coaching team because you appear to, and then I have 3 reasons. 1, because you appear to have a heart to serve. You're already doing what we do. You'd be a perfect fit for our tribe. I only send this to people that I really think would be a perfect fit for our tribe and doing these things, okay? So this isn't like out of the random weird to people because it fits them. When I think of women who I want on my team, I think about driven, self-care minded, and giving women. I'm looking for working professionals who want to create, maintain healthy lifestyles while helping other women like them find healthy routines too. I'm looking for women who could use some extra support, income, and/or resources in their own toolboxes for being their best each day. I can't read apparently tonight. I know by watching your feed that you fit right into many of these categories, and I just thought I'd reach out and ask if you would like to learn more about what I do. And a lot of the things that come back usually is, what is it that you do? And I've had to really narrow in on what it is that we do, what it is that I do. And so I've been coming back with things like, I've built a business around my self-care and help others do the same. Is that something you'd be interested in learning more about? Really paring it down to what it is that we do. So I've built a business around self-care and I help others do it too. Super simple. It's not, I sell challenge packs. It's not, I post on social media. It's not all those things. It's, I built a business around my own self-care and I help others do the same. Super simple. And then she says, this girl is like, sure, I'm honestly skeptical, but I'm open to learning more about what you do. I was like, hey, you can go watch my stories. You can go see my Facebook posts. You can go see what I'm doing there, and you'll see that I'm a normal human being just looking to help people live better lives. And she was like, oh, okay. So yeah, it's just one of the options, one of the things that you can do. So that's what I've been doing lately. Things I've been sacrificing, time away from my family, things that I'm doing. Gotta send this. Can someone send or tag Teresa Erger in the post on Facebook so she can get the link to join? Would someone do that for me? Thank you. Okay, so let's keep rolling. All right, so that's kind of that point of it. So if you have what's something that's been working for me, something I've been doing with it. If you have those things, post them in the Team Rockstar Fit page. So tonight's topic is going to be, who's your girl gang? All right. So this is a picture of some pretty fun ladies that happened to go to Summit this year. And the book that we're reading, You're Not Lost, this is one of the chapters. I think it's like chapter 5 maybe. But they're in the team page. I have posted the file for the worksheets that go with this. So some of these questions are going to come from there, and some of these things are just questions that I have for you. But really just thinking about who's your girl gang, all right? And so who are the women who inspire you? Now you can put, some of these questions were in the post already, so some of you have answered them, some of you haven't. But who are the three people that doesn't look right at all. Who are the three people that you that left you feeling high, or left you feeling like you could accomplish anything? Who are three people that make you feel like you can do anything in this world, right? Think about that. Write those names down. And then who are two people who just get you? Like, this is your girl gang. These are the people that support you. These are the people that are here for you 24/7. These are the people that that you can go to about anything. And when something great happens, who do you tell first? Who inspires you to dream bigger and think bigger? Like, this is your girl gang that you're thinking about right now. And it can be the same person. It can be multiple people. It can be a group of people. It can be someone in your hometown. It can be somebody far away from you. It can be somebody on this team. It could be somebody not on this team. It's completely up to you. But my real question would be like, if she's not on this team, invite her to be part of this team, because I bet she'd join right in, right? All right. So who has an influence on your life? These pieces right here, who has their book available? Anyone? Erica, did you ever find your book?
The post office did call. They actually did find it, so I'm getting it tomorrow.
Yay, that's so good. Erica's had a horrific run with the post office lately, and it was really strange. She sent me a picture of a bunch of cards, like random cards, and I was like, what are those? And she's like, this is what came in my package. And I was like, I wrapped a book. But it sounds like it came open at the post office and they just gave her somebody else's stuff. So strange, very strange. But who has influence in your life? I want you to kind of think about here. I don't have the book in front of me, so I was kind of hoping that somebody would have the book that could read these things. But I don't think anyone on the call right now has the book. Tess, do you have the book?
Yes,
Tess?
I have.
You have the book, Tess? Yay! I thought you had to have the audio version.
I have both.
Oh, perfect. Okay, can you tell us who the strategist is?
Am I on mute or can you hear me?
Well, I can hear you.
Okay, so what page are you on? Because it took me forever to get on Zoom. So
okay, so the list is, as you're finding it, maybe we'll just go through the list, and if whoever is gonna, if you have them there, you can like read it. She has the description of each of them in there, right? In the book.
What page are you on?
I'm on. What chapter is this? I didn't have my book because I don't have a book. This is the Girl Gang group. I think it's like chapter 5. She has the strategist, the healer, the triumphant, the contemporary, the mentor, the coach, the energizer,
yes.
the recharge, those people.
So you have the manifester.
Yeah.
Okay. You want me to read all of it?
Is it really long?
Yeah, they're pretty long.
Okay. Well, let's just go through this list and think about, you can be scratching on a piece of paper, or you can be thinking about in your head, who are these people in your world? Like, who's the strategist in your life? Who are the people that help you come up with a plan? Who are the people that help you work through things? Think about the people that are healers in your life. They're the ones that make it all better. And that when life is horrible, life is bad, it's going to get better because that person is with you. Who's the triumphant contemporary? I don't even remember what that one was, but it sounds triumphant. Seems like something's going to be there for you. The coach, the energizer, the recharge. These are the people that I think of, the mentor, the people that I can think of like on our team specifically in my life right now. They're ones that help you work through problems and help you get through the things. Energizers are the ones that are always going to be there for you, and have you go a little farther. The believer, the spark, the sister, the planner. That planner, I remember her saying things like, you don't even know how things are going to work out, but she does. And she's always has it, just all the details in order. The anchor, the one that's got to, that's going to help you stay where you need to be and keep you going in your life. So this is, be really thinking about who has influence in your life. And if one thing that I really loved that she was saying was like, who are the people, like if you're making a list of all the people in your life that would fit these categories and fit into these roles of your life. And if there are people that are not, like those are the first people that you think of, but they're not people that you interact with on a daily basis, the question should be why? Like, why aren't you interacting with these people? If these are the people that are your girl gang, these are the people that are like, are there for you all the time, why don't you surround yourself with them more? And if there are lots of people in your life that you hang out with on a daily basis or that you see often that never show up on this list, ask yourself, why did that do? Like, why are you surrounding yourself with people that aren't going to fill you up or aren't going to be a believer in you or are not going to support you in your dreams or not going to help you work through things? And sometimes that it's a coworker and you just really can't get away from them. And sometimes it's somebody, it can be a social situation where you do have control over who you hang out with and who has influence over your life. And there's always a quote that I talk about a lot is you are the 5 people that you hang out with the most. And so if you're hanging out with people that are on this list for you, great, you're going to be more like that person. Rising tides raise all ships. But if you're hanging out with people that don't show up on any of these lists, ask yourself why. Are you being influenced to go that direction? So then there's the next thing is one of the things that she had in there was that there's always room for new friends in your life. And I kind of feel like this is where we can really tie in coaching, because a lot of the book is about that part of the chapter, at least, is about the people that are already in your life and the people that you've already built relationships with. But then there's always room for new friends, right? There's always a place for new opportunities to grow. And so this is where coaching really comes into play, because I would say that 99% of the people on our team, okay, maybe that's a little high, maybe like 95% of the people that are on our team, I would not have known if it were not for coaching. In fact, everybody that's on here tonight, I would not have known if it weren't for coaching. There are people that are on our team that I have known for a long time, or that I grew up with, or that I met a long time ago. And we had a relationship before Beachbody. But there are a lot of people on our team that I would not have ever met if it wasn't for coaching. And so there's always room for new friends in your life. So when you're thinking about like, how do you grow your network? How do you find more people like you? How do you bring people to the team with you that you genuinely want to know and be in your girl gang? Think about, what are the 3 things that interest you most? She says, what are the 3 things that interest you most? You can come up with those 3 things. Then I would say, go find 5 hashtags for each of those 3 things. Are you a new mom? Are you things that interest you most? So let's not even go with roles. Like, let's go with things that interest you. Like, you are someone who, like Mandy on our team, really loves to crochet. That's an interest of hers. So she could go find 5 hashtags that have to do with crocheting. If you really are into running and you love being outdoors and maybe it's photography, go finding 5 hashtags that have to do with photography. If you really love, I don't know, pumpkin spice, go find a whole bunch of things about pumpkin spice. If you really love whatever it might be, go for it. One of my favorite things that I like watching on TV, like the one thing that I'll kind of binge watch on TV, is Gilmore Girls or HGTV. I don't even have cable anymore, so I can't binge watch HGTV. But I do have I have Netflix, and I have the entire DVD set of Gilmore Girls. So if I really wanted to, I could go to town. So I'm going to use, those are the things that I'm going to go look for with other people and have same interests as me. And then 311 on 10 people's photos or accounts. Okay, 311. If you were on the National Wake Up Call this morning, you heard this as well. Sometimes we talk about the 5-3-1 method. This is 311. So like 3 of your favorite photos, not just the first 3 photos, but your favorite photos. 3, like maybe a couple scrolls even. You're liking 3 of their photos. You're commenting or complimenting on at least 1. So say you go to you find a picture of a woman and her daughter at the sunflowers or something. Like there's a lot of people, we have a sunflower field here in town, and a lot of people are taking pictures with the sunflowers lately. If I find a picture of that, I could like it because I think it's beautiful, and then I could leave a comment or a question underneath that photo. I love how you're laughing with your daughter. You look so happy. Where did you get that dress? Or, hey, where is this at? I'd love to go take my kids there. Or if you are you're commenting on something, you are leaving a genuine comment, not just a bunch of emojis, not just oh, that's beautiful, or yum, like if it's a recipe, but like leave a comment that is actually going to mean something, right? It's kind of like when you walk down the street and everyone does the obligatory, hi, how are you? Oh, I'm good. Like that's kind of very superficial. But what if you had like an actual comment or like started an actual conversation with someone, and that's going to be more noticeable. That's going to set you apart, and those are going to be the extra inches that take you farther in building a relationship with that person. And then the last one is question. So give them something to respond to you for. Like I could make that comment of like, oh, this is so beautiful. I think your dress is gorgeous. And she could just heart it back, or she could just say thanks. But that really isn't, that's just kind of like saying, how's your day? Great. So leave a question for them that they either have to respond back to. And then you can get the questions going. If you're in Instagram, I'm talking specifically Instagram here, but if you're in Instagram and you watch their stories, ask them a question in their stories. So they have to respond back to you. And it's a DM in there right away. So that's a good thing too. And then do that for 10 people. Okay. Find 10 people that you have something to do in common with. That's 2 people per hashtag. Or you could do that with 10 people anywhere. If even of your followers now, or the friends that you have now on Facebook or on Instagram, go do that 311 method on 10 people's accounts and see where that gets you. Like I said earlier, I've been doing 25 coach invites a day. And then I've also been going back into those lists of people. And like today, I went back to my very first day, and I've now been going back through those 25 people and doing this 311 method on all of those accounts. Some of them have seen my first message, some of them have not. And so it's really just building that relationship with them and getting to know them a little bit more, liking their photos, commenting on things, and asking more questions. Hello, Miss Mabel. And then adding more people to your network. So when you go to those hashtags of things that you're interested in, friend request them, like them. Maybe if you're on Facebook and you're not on Instagram, maybe you're getting into a group of people that you like. There's Facebook groups are everywhere, and they are about all kinds of things. So get into there and then friend request people that are doing those kinds of things as well. And then why would they make a great teammate? If you're looking at their account, and before you send them an invite, people want to have a personalized invitation. So Trina always says that her coach, Janelle, sent a message directly to her that said, hey, I know this is why I think you'd be great at this. This is why I thought of you. You're already in fitness. You love fitness. I think you'd be great at this. You're great personality, whatever she said. But she said, this is why I'm thinking of you. This is why I think you would be great at this. This is why I would want you to be a part of my team. This is why I thought of you. Make it personal to them. So if you are seeing those kinds of things, then that's if you're seeing those things right away in the post that this is why I would want this person on my team, then think about that and then make that a part of your invite that you're doing or your conversation that you're having. And then always be making room for new people in your life. All right. So one of the things that was in the book, and I asked this, I have, because I asked Misty for it last week. Let me find it in my chat though. I had it pulled up earlier. So on page 102, Maxie talks about sending out for some real feedback, okay? And so she created a survey that she did, and it has like 5 questions on it. I think I added a couple more. But I created the form for you already. So if you've been thinking about doing this, we're like, just don't want to go to the work to do it. I've already created the form, so it's already taken care of. If you want it, I will send you the link, or I will send the link. I'll make a copy of it and send it to your counterpart, because this process is really good. I've done this similar process in work as well, and it was really eye-opening and just good to see. It works best when it's anonymous, and so that's why it really works well if you pair up with someone. So just because Tess is right below me on the screen, like if I were to pair up with her, I would have Tess send out my link to 15 women that I came up with their email addresses for. She would get the responses and tell me what the responses are, instead of kind of summarize them for me and give them back to me, instead of me getting the responses and figuring out who said what. Does that make sense? So like there's kind of that filter in the middle, and then I would do the same for her. So I would get her link. She would give me 15 names, and I would send the link out to those people on her behalf and say, you know, like very similar to what it says in the book. And then, and you can get some anonymous feedback of how you could keep going. Now, if you're going to do this, I would say only have email addresses of 5 coaches. Like, don't just send this to, like, if you're going to go out for feedback, don't just go swim in the pool of the people that you know of what they're going to say. Like, that's really safe, right? And so like, go be diverse in your list if you're going to do this, and who are the people from all areas of your life. I was thinking of women earlier today, of women that I used to work with at school here in Vinton, who I've worked with at school in the previous district in Gretny Center, other people that I've worked with in various roles of my life, with college or whatever it might be. So thinking, and then 5 women in my current role. So who are the people that you would want to send this survey out to, and then kind of think about going from there. So the 5 questions were, what makes, and then your name. So I'm just gonna say Maxie because that's how it's reading here, but what makes Maxie irreplaceable? What is Maxie's superpower? If there's one thing holding Maxie back, what do you think it is, and how could she improve upon it? When you imagine what Maxie's up to in 5 years from now, what do you see? And then any additional notes or thoughts on Maxie's personal brand, talents, unique value, potential, etc. And so you could add in other questions if you had other questions that you wanted to add. But it's just really about getting feedback, honest feedback, without worrying about being, saying whatever, and having concern about what's being said, that they're maybe going to hurt your feelings or whatever. So it's just a great way to do that. And if you want to, I have the form already made, and I can quickly make you a copy and send you the link. All right. Okay. That's an option for you. All right. For the last thing we're going to do tonight is we're going to do a visualization activity. So last week, she talks about visualization in the book a lot as well. But last week on our Diamond call, we had Kendra Stringer talked about the book You're a Badass, but she also talked about just visualization in general and how it kind of works. So visualization is really a way for you to, I don't know why this is funny. Visualization is really a way for you to see your goals happening and then go. Visualization is not actually an activity of things that people use all the time in lots of areas. A lot of athletes use it, and because they see themselves doing the activity, they see themselves accomplishing the thing that they want to accomplish, and then your body just realizes, like, I can do that. Your mind says, I can do that, and then you go do it. So you have to think about what is that you want to achieve, and that's not what you focus on. So like if I was going to focus on being elite, I could visualize myself standing on stage as being an elite person. I can visualize myself walking across the stage, Carl Deichler saying my name, or like Darren saying my name and shaking Carl's hand or whatever it might be. But that's the end result. That's not going to, like, my brain doesn't know how to get me there. It doesn't know how to find the evidence to get me to that point. I could visualize myself as a size 2 and, you know, a multi-million-dollar earner. But like, those are end result things. And so you have to think about, you have to know where you want to go to start with. You have to think about what it is that you want to achieve and get really clear on that. But then you also have to, the visualization process works by breaking down the steps in order to get there. So when I was a track athlete in college, I use this activity a lot. And it's the same as it to whatever it is that you want to apply it to life. So when I was sitting there before a race, I would sit close to the starting gate or the starting lines because I want to be able to hear the starting gun. But I would sit with my head down, with my eyes closed, and just kind of hunched over in a sense. And then I would listen for the gun. And when the gun would go off, in my mind, I was watching myself run the race. I watched myself come out of the blocks, kind of like that 30,000 foot view, and you're like watching your life happen as it's working. So I was watching myself come out of the blocks. I would watch myself come out of the drive phase. I would watch myself round the first curve and into the back stretch. I would watch myself keep my knees high, all the things that my coaches always tell me to do, right? And so that good form coming down the back stretch, I would watch myself turn the gear when I was coming into the last curve and then drop my shoulders and then lifting my knees as I was coming down the home stretch. Like you can kind of, if you were listening to that just now and like you kind of maybe had a picture of your head of somebody doing that around a track, right? Like that's the process that you need to be visualizing. You have to get into the nitty-gritty details of what it's actually going to take for you to get there. Now, if I also said to you, like, I baked a pan of muffins today, and you maybe just vision a pan of muffins, but like if you walk you through the entire steps of making those muffins, now you can really understand how you could get to those muffins as well, right? So it's about getting to the nitty-gritty details of what are the steps that you want to take in order to reach that goal. So if you think about that with your Ironman goal that you've achieved or that you've set for yourself, visualize yourself in a process of doing the things that are going to get you to that goal. So for me, getting to elite, I'm not going to visualize myself on a stage. I'm going to visualize myself sitting with my phone in my living room, messaging people and writing down names. I'm going to visualize myself sending out share cards to people. I'm going to visualize myself creating their welcome post for the team page. I'm going to visualize myself having conversations with them about how they can do this too. I'm going to visualize myself, like all the little things that go along with it. So if you're trying to improve your eating habits, you're not just going to visualize yourself at a smaller size. You're going to visualize yourself, eating the salad or paring down your portion sizes, making your shake every single day. And then a lot of these things go right along a hand with like meditations and things. Like have you ever listened to a meditation? A lot of positive affirmations are like, these are the things that are true in your life, or the things that you believe about what's going on. And if you can visualize yourself doing the nitty-gritty details to end up with the result that you want, you will be able to get there a lot faster because your brain will already know that it's possible. Your brain doesn't, what's the word I'm looking for? Doesn't have a distinction between what's real and what it sees what's happening. For example, I write for the last 2 weeks now, I've written my Monday check-in email over the weekend in a note. I have it in my notes section of my computer. I've written it out the last 2 weeks ahead of time. The last 2 Mondays, have either any of you gotten an email from me saying Monday's check-in? No, because I already done it. So I didn't send it. And I just realized that like tonight before I got on the call, my email is still sitting in my notes because I wrote it earlier and didn't send it today because I'd already sent it in my head. Or have you ever thought about like you thought about doing something and so thinking about it made you think that you'd already done it? Like you didn't actually have it accomplished yet? That's where visualization can help you and hurt you. But seeing yourself doing the steps and then practice that visualization on yourself every single day. So one of the things that I like to do while I'm even out on a walk, besides listen to books, is that I have a series of affirmations that I read into my phone, into a note on my phone, a voice memo kind of thing. And I just did it over and over again. So I had I think there's 7 of them. And I read them, the group of 7, 4 or 5 times. So it's in a series. And so I just read that into a voice memo on my phone. Now it's a file on my phone. And then I just play that on repeat. And so whenever I need something that's going to help me get going, I have those affirmations right there in my own voice that are being read aloud to in my head and out in my ears as well. And so then those are things that just start to believe a little bit more. And that's something that you can do as well if that's helpful to you. So visualize your life and visualize the things that you want to work on. And that's all I got for you tonight. It's all about personal development tonight. Visualize the things that you want to achieve. She talks about visualization in the book as well. But there's some definite pieces there. Getting into some things there. Questions, comments, things you're liking about the book so far? Anything, anyone?
I think I need to read the book. I'm liking everybody's comments about it, so.
Yeah, it's super good.
Yeah.
If anything, get it on Audible. I've listened to it 3 times now on Audible.
Okay, so how does Audible work? Because I'm cheap, so do you have to pay for that every month, or what's the deal with that?
Believe there is a charge. I think it's $14 a month. However, this is how I work with it. So you can, that $14 a month, it gets you a credit. Okay, you're given 3 credits right away, and you can get a book for each credit. Tess, you just started this, right? Or have you used it for a while? Do you remember how to get started? I think you oh, you're muted. I'm gonna unmute you. Go for it.
I went on the app and Audible Books, and I just purchased it, and it was $12.
Oh,
so now the book is mine.
Okay, so you just purchased the book
read it
outright.
whenever. Yes.
Okay. I have the subscription, so you could do that where you could just purchase the book. I have the Audible subscription, and so I pay, I think it's $14, maybe $15 a month. However, I got 3 credits the first time, and then now that every month I get a new credit, and so that credit is $14, but sometimes the books are $26, but I can still get that book for 1 credit. So today I downloaded Everything is Figure Outable by I can't even say her name, Marie Forleo, and that was a $26 book if I were to get it on Amazon, but I got it for the 1 credit of $14. Now, when I get done with that book, I will return it, and now I have my credit back, and then I can get a different book. And so I've just been cycling through books that way. But the other nice thing is that Josh likes to listen to books on Audible as well. So it's been helpful that there's a book on here right now. It's called The MVP Machine. It's about a baseball book that he's listening to. And sometimes he listens to the books I'm listening to as well, but not always. There's another one, Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. He's the one that first listened to that one. And then I listened to it as well. It was really good. Secret was one that I listened to, but then he also did. I've got tons of them on here in my account. Some of them are returned, and sometimes some of them are on my phone, some of them are not, but lots.
I'm more a reader, so I'm not sure if I would want to listen or read or both.
I am much more of a listener. And then if I love the book, I get it as well. And I bought the book for myself, but other people needed the book to start the book club, so I sent it away. Now I don't have one. I should just buy it again because it's a good book. It's good to have. I like having it in front of me as well, and be able to like write and to read as well. So when I have the book, The Beginner's Pluck, that I also think we should read as a book club at some point, but it doesn't come out until like March. I bought it at the Global Leadership Summit, so I might have to wait on that one for you guys to get a hold of it. It's not available, not Audible yet. So yeah, I'm gonna stop the recording because